This is TWiT.
So what you're looking at is the Razer Kishi. Now, maybe you remember months ago, Razer had an event and they were showing off a gamepad controller for Android. And this is it. You can see right off the top, it looks a lot like a Nintendo Switch. The layout, the controller layout is very similar. I have my Pixel 4 XL plugged in right now. And it's actually really cool how this works. I'm on Stadia right now. So this is one of the Tomb Raider games that I've been playing on Stadia using the Kishi. And it was literally the first time I ever did it. It was as simple as putting the phone in, launching the Stadia app, and going. I didn't have to route any buttons. I didn't have to do any of that weirdness. It just kind of worked. It's really cool how this operates, though. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. It's like a universal design. There we go. And it folds up into this. I'm trying to do this while my arms are extended out to the other side of the table here. It folds up into this little compact mode, right? It all snaps together. It's not like I can use this as a Bluetooth controller because after all, this is not run at all on Bluetooth. It's all done wired with the USB-C port that's in there. And the design is such that it fits a number of phones. Like there's no real length or height adjustment for the phones, but it does here. Let's see here. I have to release this, then it pops out. It does kind of have a little bit of give this way. So if your phone's really long, it can kind of snap into place. But I've tried all the phones that I have here at the house, of which I have far too many, and they all fit in here. So, the OnePlus 8 Pro, OnePlus 7T, I've tried the Pixel 3a, I've tried the S20 Ultra. They all fit in here and easy as pie. You just plug it in and you go. So it's actually really cool. The fact that it's USB-C means that you don't get the latency that's introduced through Bluetooth streaming. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. It's actually a lot of fun. Like I got this a couple of weeks ago. Sometimes getting it to snap together like that is a little difficult. I got it a couple of weeks ago, and I've been using it a lot ever since. Like at night, I get the kids to bed and then I go downstairs and I play games on it. Feel like a little kid again myself. The buttons feel really nice. Basically, I'm working on a full review for Hands on Tech. So that's going to hit the site, twit.tv/HOT on Monday. But I wanted to kind of show it off. Today was kind of like the release, the Hounds Day. It was the day where the embargo lifted and everything, and I could actually talk about it. Yeah, the buttons feel good to me. I'm not like a hardcore gamer, so I'm probably not the perfect person to be super critical of like, well, actually on the Xbox controller, this button feels like. I couldn't do a direct comparison between the two, but I will say like I think playing a console level game like Tomb Raider on Stadia with this, I haven't run into any issues where I'm like, damn, I wish this controller was better. Like it's really done a really great job so far.
I would be concerned about the opening and the closing and the snapping in, like the mechanical aspect of it over long-term use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see, I can understand. I can understand that. In using it on a daily basis, I haven't felt like it doesn't feel cheap. It feels pretty substantial. But yeah, it's kind of got this like kind of floppiness to it on the back, and it's really only floppy until you actually plug in the phone. So if I go, sorry, and I'm trying to do this lopsided here. So I do like that, I go like that, and boom, it's in and it's ready to go. Once you're here, it's pretty sturdy. I mean, I get a little bit of wobble here.
A little give. There's a little give.
A little bit of give, but it really, you don't notice, or I don't notice that while I'm playing. One thing that I will say is kind of like a criticism is when the phone is in there, the back of this is, well, it's just a little, it's almost unfinished. It almost feels like it's unfinished a little bit. So when you're playing for long periods of time and these hands are, resting behind there. Sorry, I bumped the camera. These fingers are resting behind there. It kind of gets a little uncomfortable at times over long periods of time. But I mean, you just adjust how you're holding it, and it's not the end of the world as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that is the Razer Kishi. It's $80. is the cost. So maybe a little bit pricier than some of the gamepads that you'll find. But I mean, like I said, I haven't had to really map much of anything. Any Android games that are controller compatible here. And stay on the site because I'll do my switch over. Any of the Android games that are controller compatible seem to work like right out of the box. And so I don't know. That makes me happy and positive. And the app that I brought into the arena a couple of weeks ago, Citra, the Nintendo 3DS emulator, works amazing on this. It's actually
I was going to ask if it has the same kind of feel as the Nintendo Switch, because as you were saying, after the kids go to bed and you go play video games, I mean, after Mona goes to bed, I sit with my Nintendo Switch Lite, and I want that same experience for the Android phone, and the phone is supposed to have all of these internals and all of these abilities that I never quite take advantage of because it's just not comfortable to do with the touchscreen mechanism. And that's just not how I'm used to playing games. I would much rather just have a controller. I know that's kind of maybe antiquated of me, but
no, I think it's totally valid.
There's something tactile. There's something tactile about it, and I'm with you, Flo. Is that like as we see these kind of like A-list games, Fortnite or whatever, come to phones, and I have a friend of mine who plays it all the time, and I'm just like, I don't want to use my phone screen for that. Like it's too, and this could be a generational thing, and I don't mean to show my age or anything like that, but it's too loose and it's too imprecise in my opinion, and my thumbs are big, and you want a joystick. Sometimes you just want a joystick and a button. You want a physical button to press.
I don't think that's antiquated at all. I think anyone who is a true gamer will, I would guess, insist on some sort of actual controller or a keyboard and mouse scheme.
That's a bold term. A true gamer.
Well, no. How do I define true gamer? I guess what I'm thinking is like someone who like lives and breathes gaming all the time. Like, yes, you can do the tap on the screen thing, and that's going to work for certain games. But if you're playing a game that requires like, there's a game, I did not bring it into the arena. Man, what is it called? A game that just released last week, and it's actually a port. I'm trying to get my phone to react to me here so that I have something to even point to. What is it called? It is called, hold on, Dead Cells. Dead Cells is a game, it's a console game that just released on Android. And I saw tons of comments of people about this saying, like, how the heck could you even play this game with touchscreen buttons? Like, it's impossible. It's impossible with a hardware controller, let alone touchscreen buttons. So I guess all I'm saying is someone who's really sophisticated in their gaming would, I imagine, feel like a touchscreen button versus a hardware controller is a hindrance on touchscreen, comparatively speaking. That's all I mean. So, I don't want to make some sweeping, bold statement. There's always someone who will say, hey, not me. But someone who plays esports, they're probably not going to opt for the touchscreen versus a hardware controller. So, anyways, I think it's a really great controller. I'm looking forward to spending a little bit more time with it. And then give a full review, Hands on Tech, twit.tv/HOT this upcoming Monday. So next Monday, that should post in the morning. And you can find out more of what I think then.
And it's Razer. Yeah. So it's gaming quality. It's not, off the back of an accessories truck.
I will say that it is lacking some dramatic lighting.
Yeah, there is no Razer LED.
Yeah, there's no like underlit buttons and like or any sort of water cooling element or anything like that to it. I mean,
the only
honestly,
thing you get,
for a Razer product, it's a little subdued.
Yeah, I'll see if I can hold it up if you can even see it. But it has this pass-through USB-C port, right? And so the only LED you get is this little. I'm doing this backwards. This little blue LED right there. So comparatively speaking,
it's charging.
Yeah, it's a little LED, but
little LED.
Little LED.
I'm just saying they could have made that look a little more gamer.
Yeah,
or at least have a version of it that was like the extreme version, with no.
Well, I could argue they should have made a pink one, because Razer makes pink gaming peripherals, and where is my pink one?
Someone's going to come out with skins for this thing, right? Someone's got to do it.
I don't want a skin. I want the real deal. I don't want a skin. It makes me an afterthought.
Totally. No, you're absolutely right. I completely agree.